Evening, everyone, and welcome to our 5th annual Becoming a Terp Legacy series. This is our final session of the series, and we are excited to have you all here with us tonight. My name is Jessica Lee, and I am the Program Manager for Student Engagement at your Alumni Association. In my role, I aim to identify, cultivate, and train student and alumni ambassadors for the university. In addition, I work closely with our legacy student programming to put on events for our prospective and current Terps, such as this Becoming a Terp Legacy series. The Alumni Association helps you to connect and stay involved with the Terp community and campus. We help alumni advance personally and professionally while improving the success of fellow Terps. We also help preserve Maryland tradition to boost your Terp pride and work to elevate the value of your degree, the reputation of your alma mater, and the greater good. The university has over 40,000 students, 30,000 of which are undergrads. These undergraduate students study in 12 different academic colleges, representing over 100 different majors, have internships in Washington, D.C., Annapolis, Baltimore, and across the country and globe, and also get involved across campus in the over 800 student clubs and organizations. So tonight, we have the pleasure of hearing from representatives from 9 of our academic colleges here at Maryland regarding their undergraduate programs. So each academic college will have a few minutes to give a brief overview of their undergraduate programs to help better assist you with knowing which majors or areas of study belong in which college. So after the final academic college's overview, which will be the school public policy, because we will be going in alphabetical order, you will have the opportunity to self-select breakout rooms, which will each represent a different academic college. So in each breakout room, you will be able to interact with staff and potentially some current students as well to ask any questions you may have as a prospective Terp. I encourage you to ask not only questions about the academic components, but also about the experiences and opportunities available to you as a student. We hope that through these conversations with our academic colleges, you'll learn more about how to make the most of your major in and outside of the classroom. So without further ado, we are going to start things off with our first college, which is the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, otherwise known as AGNR.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. Hi, everyone. My name is April Brohan. I am the Program Director for Recruitment and Student Engagement in our College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And it's kind of fitting that we are the first to speak tonight because we're actually the college that started the University of Maryland way back in 1856 when we were formed as Maryland Agricultural College. But just like the university's evolved, we have evolved as a college. And our primary goals are to eliminate hunger and malnutrition, protect our natural resources, and improve quality of life. How we do that is most of our students are pursuing applied life science majors that are giving them the opportunity to tackle some of the biggest, most pressing issues in the world today, such as hunger, environmental sustainability, human nutrition and health, and policy, and how basically food, fiber, and fuel systems all work together. And that is the most basic needs we all have, are, being able to sustain food, shelter, and clothe ourselves. And those are the types of issues our students tackle. But again, they're doing it through a STEM lens. So they are looking for these creative, technological, and scientific responses to these challenges. And they do that through our very hands-on applied learning approach in the college. On the next slide, you'll see our majors. So we have 9 undergraduate majors ranging in looking at more traditional agricultural science to our environmental science programs, both with a technology and a policy focus. But we also cover plant sciences, animal sciences, nutrition, and food science. We have the only dietetics program in the state of Maryland. And then we have 2 unique majors that kind of are outside the realm, one being agriculture and resource economics, which takes an applied economics or business approach to looking at environmental and agricultural commodities, and landscape architecture, which incorporates creative design and building and project management into looking at outdoor solutions, environmental restoration, park planning, things like that. And then new this year, we have a brand new fermentation science major. So we are looking at fermented foods, So things like yogurt and cheese, but also beer, wine. It's a very scientific-based field that we are now introducing into the college. So I hope that if you like science and you like getting your hands dirty, both literally and figuratively, and you want to learn more about the program, you come hang out with me for a few minutes, ask your questions. I'm happy to give you more information.
Thank you so much, April. And next up, we have the School of Architecture, Planning and Preservation.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jordan Fields. I'm the undergraduate coordinator of advising and recruitment here in the School of Architecture. So architecture is very similar to agriculture and natural resources, as April said, you want to get your hands dirty. So we are passionate about what we do. We want to educate our designers and real estate professionals to create a more sustainable future and provide the much needed leadership to get us there and advocate for social justice, celebrate our diversity. So within the School of Architecture, we have two different majors. So we have Bachelor of Arts in Architecture, we have a Bachelor of Science. Both of those pathways are direct pathways into going into our master's program, which is something that you would have to do if you were interested in becoming a licensed architect in the long run. So the Bachelor of Arts allows students to have a little bit more flexibility within their undergraduate course plan throughout their final 2 years of their coursework. And then the Bachelor of Science, you're going to have a more of a studio focus that's going to be a little bit more of a direct transition into a master's program. So students that are coming from the Bachelor of Arts into the master's program can take anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 years to complete their master's program, while students coming from the Bachelor of Science and transitioning into the master's program can take usually around 2 years. And we have a wide array of multiple graduate degrees that students go into. We have 15 different types of dual degrees. So there's a lot of collaboration that you can do between the two, between combining maybe architecture or combining historic preservation or real estate development, construction product management. So there's a lot of different avenues that students can go into. So picking the right major is all depending on what you want to do in the long run. Along with our students going into either our Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, we have three popular minors that are very popular within our students and what they like to take on. So you have real estate development, construction project management, and then creative placemaking, which is one of our newest minors that we have just started starting in this fall 2022 semester. So real estate development is pretty self-explanatory. It's directly working with real estate and being able to get an idea and creating a niche for yourself within the real estate world and kind of understanding the how things are built from a financial standpoint as well, and just everything that encompasses from real estate. Construction product management, you're going to be working directly within the construction firms and being able to get an idea of exactly what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Students also have to complete an internship in that minor before they can even graduate. And then the creative placemaking minor is going to be more so from a art and design type realm. And that's something that's very interesting. So if that's, if you're interested in maybe becoming an interior designer, that also could be a good minor to take on as well. We have also just newly launched a real estate and built environment major, which will be soft launching in this fall 2022 semester. So we are very excited about that. And it's narrowly focused on a business approach to real estate finance and investment and management, while also providing students with that broad perspectives that comes from the multitude of disciplines that make up the modern practice of real estate. So we are looking forward to launching this major. We've had a very great deal of inquiries about the major, so we're very excited and we're hoping to expand in the future. And if you have any more questions or any other information that you want to learn about, feel free to visit our website at arch.umd.edu. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next up, we have the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, otherwise known as BSOS.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Abigail Maceris. I am the coordinator for undergraduate communications and recruitment at the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, or as we so lovingly refer to it, BSOS. So at BSOS, our motto is to be the solution. And to expand on that a little bit, that is to be the solution to the world's greatest challenges. And we do that through our world-class faculty, through our research, as well as internships, and because of our geographic location, which I'll highlight next. But if you take a few moments here to look at our many majors and minors that we have to offer, these include 12 academic majors within 8 different academic departments. And a few of these majors, including environmental sciences and policy, neuroscience and social data science are interdisciplinary majors. So these are majors that are located within other colleges as well. So you may have seen environmental sciences and policies on AG&R's slideshow. So all of these majors will give you hands-on experience. They'll also prepare you for internships, continuing studies through graduate school, law school. They'll also further your opportunities for research. And in addition to our majors and minors, we also have 6 living and learning programs. So these are opportunities to really spend your time on campus, as it says, living and learning your prospective majors and minors. If we go on to our next slide, we can learn a little bit more about what we have to offer in BSOS beyond just our academic majors. I do want to highlight some of the national recognition we've received in BSOS because of our world-class faculty and research opportunities. So US News and World Report has ranked BSOS's criminology and criminal justice program, as well as our counseling psychology program, #1 in the country. And our geographical sciences program is not too far behind at #3. It's important to note some of these opportunities that you have beyond the classroom. So over 70% of our students participate in internships, and because of our geographic location, students have phenomenal access to internships in DC, working on political campaigns, working for nonprofits, or non-government organizations, as well as governmental organizations such as NASA and the Department of Justice. Many of our students work on congressional staffs as well as the Maryland General Assembly. And then beyond internships and following their time at UMD, a lot of our students, over 91% of our students from 2021 reported job placement or graduate school placement following their graduation. And some of these common employers include, again, state and local governments, non-government organizations, and other private companies located around the DC area. So because of our phenomenal location, our programs, faculty, and students really stretch and make BSOS what it is.
Great, thank you so much. And next up, we have the College of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences, otherwise known as CMNS.
Thank you, Jessica. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we have quite a number of different majors. We have 3 of the smallest majors on campus, which many of you might not have had access to learn about during high school, which include astronomy, atmospheric and oceanic science, and geology. We also house the 2 largest majors on campus in computer science and biological sciences. And then we have a number of medium-sized majors. Students from across campus always will take a class, if not more, in our college because all of the general education requirements include math and science. So it's good to know that over 86% of the students in our college do at least 1 internship or research experience during their undergraduate years. Most of them, over 60%, do more than 1. If you're thinking about the health professions, you can truly be any major at University of Maryland, and you'll be helped by our Health Professions Advising Office, where you will be told about the types of courses you need to take, but also how to best prepare to go into one of those different fields. If you stop by my room, you will get to speak with me as well as several current students. Those who are available tonight are majoring in biological sciences and neuroscience, but certainly I could talk to you more about computer science or any of the other majors. And I will give you a link to join the mailing list and view our virtual folder. And then I can follow up with you with a lot more information, including the list of our 70 ambassadors and all of their profiles. Can we hit the next slide? Okay, I was wrong by 1 percentage point. It was 86, now it's 87%. I forgot about that. All of the classes in our college that are lectures for students in our majors are taught by faculty. This is not the case at all large state universities. As you might hear from some of our students in the room, you will see undergraduates who are advanced or graduate students teaching smaller sections that support courses, things like your labs, your discussions, or your recitations. And you can see that we have a number of new facilities in the college that are used by students in our majors as well as students across campus. We have more females and non-binary students in our computer science major than any other university in the country. And we are a national leader in graduating African-American STEM undergraduate students. So I welcome you to come say hello and join us in the room. Two other things to point out quickly. One is that we do have one of the newest majors on campus, immersive media design. And this is a major that will allow students to merge computer science and art. And when students join that major, they can either choose to focus on the artistic side, which the first 2 years will be a lot more related to the studio art major that's in our College of Arts and Humanities, or they can focus on the more technical side, which in the first 2 years will be quite similar to our computer science major. And as Abigail mentioned, we do have a major in neuroscience, which we created due to student demand. We had so many students double majoring with us in biological sciences and with BSAS and psychology. They created that joint major so students could also still have time if they wanted to take advantage of doing a different double major or minor along with it. And we had our first graduating neuroscience class in May 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the College of Education.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Hilbrand, and I'm an academic advisor in the College of Education. Thank you for joining us. The College of Education offers a variety of undergraduate majors, including human development, early childhood and early childhood special education, elementary education, elementary and middle school special education, middle school math and science education, and secondary education. All of these majors do lead to teacher certification eligibility, except for human development, which is just a BS. And our early childhood and early childhood special education degree is a dual certificate program. And our secondary education major is actually a double major. So if you choose that, you will be majoring both in secondary education as well as a content area. And the options include art, English, math, science, social studies, and world language for the second major. And we also do have a variety of minors in the College of Education. We have a human development minor, a second language education minor, a secondary education minor, and a disabilities minor. The College of Education is also among the best in the nation, according to the US News and World Report, which is exciting. And on our next slide, thanks, Jessica.
All right, and to provide some additional information as part of the teacher certification majors that we have, our programs are accredited by the Association for Advancing Quality in Educator Preparation, also known as AQEP, and our programs are approved by the Maryland State Department of Education. Upon completion of your degree, you'd be eligible for teacher certification with the state of Maryland. And one great thing is that in the state of Maryland, earning a teacher certification eligibility, we have reciprocity with most other states. So what that means is that you'd be eligible to teach in other states as well, while a state test could be required for other states. Once you are nearing the end of your degree, you will have the ability to participate in the professional program and the year-long internship. As part of this program, you'll be observing and implementing lesson plans. You'll be placed at one of our professional development schools, and these are most often located in Prince George's County, Anne Arundel County, and Montgomery County. And then you're also going to be paired with experienced teachers who are able to provide you with constructive feedback to assist you in being great in your career as a teacher.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have the A. James Clark School of Engineering.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Erin Wessel. I'm the Director of Recruitment and Outreach for the Clark School, and I'm happy to have this opportunity to tell you a little bit more about the Clark School of Engineering. We are looking for students who have an interest in math, science, and creativity, and we're looking for students who really want to solve problems, because that's exactly what engineers do. They solve problems, they create processes and new inventions that really make life better for everyone. So why join the Clark School in particular? You'll receive an outstanding academic experience. We have amazing faculty, highly recognized, who are also really eager to work with undergraduates. We have several student support programs, including Women in Engineering, the Center for Minorities in Science and Engineering, our own advising office, undergraduate advising and academic support just for engineers. We have our own career services office just for engineers. We have our own Office of Global Engineering Leadership that runs study abroad programs for engineers. So lots and lots of student support in the Clark School. We have more student societies, clubs, competition teams, and leadership programs than I can begin to mention. Some of the most popular ones include Terps Racing, Engineers Without Borders, Solar Decathlon, First Robotics. We have the Society of Professional Hispanic Engineers. We have Black Engineers Society, Society of Women Engineers, leadership programs like QUEST, which stands for Quality Enhancement Systems and Teams, program, an honors program in which students can work together to improve systems, and many, many more. We do offer an affordable and highly recognized program in engineering. So our graduates are very highly sought after by major corporations, federal agencies, and we are very, very dedicated to student success. At the time of graduation, just this past May, 75% of our students had a job waiting for them. 11% went on to graduate school. The average starting salary for a Clark School graduate with an undergraduate degree, with a bachelor's degree, is just over $80,000 a year. And the Clark School is ranked 21st nationally and 12th among public institutions in engineering. So we're pretty proud of that. And on the next slide, I'll review some of our majors. We do have 11 majors, including aerospace engineering, bioengineering, biocomputational engineering, a fairly new field that combines big data with the study of medicine and technology. So you might think of things like improvement of healthcare systems or even artificial intelligence. We have chemical and biomolecular engineering, civil and environmental engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, embedded systems, and Internet of Things. This refers to things like Siri, for instance, or Alexa, fire protection engineering, material science and engineering, and mechanical engineering. Biocomputational engineering and embedded systems and Internet of Things are offered at the Shady Grove campus. If you're unfamiliar, the Shady Grove campus is about a 30-minute drive from College Park, and students concentrate their major requirements in their last 2 years, their junior and senior year. So it's entirely possible for students to start at the College Park campus and then complete those degree requirements at Shady Grove. And there is a bus that runs between the two campuses. The Clark School of Engineering is a limited enrollment program, so students are first apply to the university, and if admitted, that same application is evaluated for placement in the Clark School. All you have to do is indicate your interest in engineering on your application. And in fact, we offer another major called, it's not technically a major, but it's an option called Engineering Undecided. And so if all of these fields sound so interesting, you couldn't possibly choose one, you can elect to join as Engineering Undecided, which means you are joining the Clark School, and you will receive some additional advising in your first year to help you select that major. So to join, I highly recommend that you apply to the University of Maryland by the early action deadline of November 1. Again, we're looking for students who have a strong interest in math and science, a challenging high school curriculum, earning mostly A's, especially in those challenging STEM courses. Any kind of internships or work experience always works in the student's favor as well. And that just kind of reflects too that interest in math and science, and activities that demonstrate teamwork and service service as well. We are very much about teamwork in the Clark School. Engineers are most productive whenever they are effective in teams. So that's something we emphasize as well. Be happy to chat with you more a little bit later if you'd like to learn more about the Clark School.
Thank you. Next up, we have the Philip Merrill College of Journalism.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Terrence Britt. I'm the Program Director for Undergraduate Recruitment at the Philip Merrill College of Journalism. So at the College of Journalism, you will have an opportunity to practice real-world journalism from day one with the guidance from our all-star experienced faculty. The faculty at Merrill College at UMD consistently ranked among the world's top journalism schools, develops journalists and media scholars with rigorous reporting, research, and analytical skills, a commitment to ethics, and an appreciation for the First Amendment's key role in a free society. So we only have one major, and that is journalism. We don't have any minors. So you cannot minor in journalism. So beyond that, what can you expect from our major? So a focus on fundamentals. So a lot of schools make you pick a track. We don't make you pick a track. All of our graduates are multimedia journalists, which is referenced as MMJ journalists, which is great because you're more marketable when you graduate. So in your freshman year, you will create a schedule of all the fundamentals of journalism. So that's photojournalism, video journalism, data journalism. All of our students are required to take a coding class because data is the future of journalism. And then also the history of journalism. Those are your fundamental classes that you have to take before you can move on to the selected classes that you are really interested in. You have access to real-world internships in the best regional media markets in the world. Every major news organization has an office in DC, and you don't have to worry about the competition with Syracuse, Medill, and all the other schools during the fall and spring semester because you're in Maryland and you can hop on the metro in the fall and spring semester to get an internship. Our going rate for internships at the moment is 12. We have students that graduate with 12 internships by the time that they finish our program. You'll have an opportunity to work in the hands-on teaching newsrooms. So we have a teaching newsroom model in the college, which means you won't buy many textbooks in our program. So for example, take Dana Priest, for example. She's a Pulitzer Prize investigative journalist with over 20 years of experience at the Washington Post. So if she's writing a story that you're interested in, you are able to write with her on that story as well. When that story is published in the Washington Post, your name will be on the byline, which is really important when you're looking for a job in internships. So we have a real world teaching newsroom model. So whatever they're working on in the newsroom, we're teaching that in our program. We guarantee our students small class sizes. We have to have an 18-to-1 student to teacher ratio because we are an accredited journalism school. Some of our classes even have 5 students in them. So you will have small classes in our college. And then we have a full-time and part-time faculty that includes a prestigious mix of journalists and scholars. So you're not learning from a doctor, someone who got a doctorate degree and decided to become a professor. You're learning from active journalists. So these people are coming from CNN, MSNBC, ESPN, Washington Post, Baltimore Sun, you name it. They're coming from these newsrooms, and then they're coming to Merrill College to teach you the skills to be successful as a journalist. And then you'll have an education that will prepare you for success in numerous careers. So 90% of our students do graduate, but this is the 3rd consecutive year where 90% of our students graduated with a job by the time that they graduated. And every student that has been in our broadcast capstone has gotten a job as a full-time reporter in the media market that they wanted to be in. So you will be on a path to success being at Merrill College.
Great, thank you. Next up, we have the School of Public Health.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin Minch, and I am the recruitment advisor for the School of Public Health, and I'm a proud University of Maryland alum as well. So good to be here with you all this evening. Well, today everyone knows public health as a field that is on the forefront of the COVID-19 pandemic, but you may be wondering, what else is public health about? Well, it is a field that focuses on promoting health, preventing disease, and prolonging active, high-quality lives. So to give you a comparison, medicine typically focuses on treating illness and disease, whereas public health focuses more on preventing disease and illness. So public health is all around us, things like vaccines, no smoking campaigns, family therapy, promoting healthy eating and exercise, and studying air pollution. So in public health at the University of Maryland, students will study topics like mental health, health literacy, family and child health, climate change and health, physical activity, health equity, and healthcare access. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, public health may be for you. On our next slide, you will see that we have 4 different Bachelor's of Science degree programs. First is community health, where students study health promotion and community-based interventions for advancing public health. Next is family science, where students study the family unit and how family relationships impact health and well-being. Third is kinesiology, where students study the movement of the human body and physical activity. And fourth is public health science, where you will study public health through a life science lens. As a School of Public Health student, we have a lot of services and support to offer you, including professional development and mentorship, research opportunities, student organizations and honor societies, study abroad programs, internships and career services, and lots of advising support. We also have graduate degrees, dual degrees, and accelerated programs if you want to further your education in public health. And finally, we are ranked number 10 of publicly funded schools of public health, according to U.S. News and World Report. If you are interested in any of this, I'd love to have you in our breakout room, chat and learn more. Hope to see you there.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, we have School of Public Policy.
Well, you might have to press it as I speak. Yeah. So hi, everyone. My name is Beatrice de Belen. I use she, her, hers. I am the Student Services Coordinator for the School of Public Policy. And so what is public policy? Public policy is how we, so citizens, communities, government, organizations come together and create change. And we do that through being able to engage in issues from a local to global level, being able to understand complex public policy problems, and being able to understand those values and perspectives that shape public policy problems. So we offer a Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy, and we also offer several minors. So if you're interested in sustainability studies, public leadership, nonprofit, or science, technology, ethics, and policy, you can choose to major in public policy, minor in it. We even have some students that double major with public policy and another discipline and have that interdisciplinary lens. And joining the School of Public Policy, so you get the opportunity to work in public, private, nonprofit sectors, or in government agencies or advocacy groups. We have faculty that are real world experts in their fields, from working from government to nonprofit, public sector, private sector, from the Bush administration to the Obama administration, and really being able to kind of influence lawmaking at those different levels, especially being right next to the Washington, D.C. area is very valuable experience. And then next slide, please. So why join the School of Public Policy? We have really innovative and experiential coursework. And if you're interested, you can actually complete your bachelor's and your master's in public policy in 5 years. We have access to amazing policy faculty. We are one of the few colleges that offers a career center. So being able to help students with their resume, cover letters. We have a policy and partnership program where students are connected with an alumni mentor. We get to take students on shadowing different folks in the field and visits from experts in various policy fields. We have 5 research centers. So if you're interested, in studying research, you could research with Center for Global Sustainability or Center for International and Security Studies at Maryland, or the Civic Innovation Center. So if there's a research and in public policy that you're interested in, you can definitely explore that. And then we have 2 living learning communities, Public Leadership and College Park Scholars and I Give and Carillon communities. We also just moved into a new school. We have a new School of Public Policy building. So it's really exciting because there's, everything's brand new in terms of the lecture hall, study spaces. We have a reading room and terrace. We actually have a deliberative classroom. So the camera and the microphone can like follow you around as you're debating different issues. And we have a very good track record of having students participate in internships and different political campaigns, everything from several federal agencies to the Maryland General Assembly to even private companies like Deloitte. And yeah, if you want to learn more, definitely check out our website or hop in my break room.
Thank you so much. And I did want to quickly mention our 3 other academic colleges that unfortunately were unable to join us this evening. So we have the College of Arts and Humanities. We will send out this PowerPoint so that you all can click the links. The Robert H. Smith School of Business, as well as the College of Information Studies. And now we will be moving to the breakout room portion of our event. So each of our participating academic units will have their own breakout room. And so we are going to open those breakout rooms right now. I know that Zoom, I think depending on what browser you're using, or if you're on a mobile device versus web device, you may or may not be able to join. Like you should be able to self-select, but if you are unable to self-select a room, please just post in the chat and one of our hosts will move you to the correct breakout space. And for our event attendees, you should notice that on Zoom, you should be able to join a breakout room. If for some reason you are unable to join one, please just post in the chat which breakout room you would like to be put into, and we will be happy to assign you there. And so we will have breakouts for about 10-15 minutes. For event attendees, feel free to pop around to multiple breakout spaces. You don't have to stay in the same one. If you have any questions just generally about the University of Maryland, I will be staying in this main space. And then around 7:50, I'll give a 5-minute warning before then. We will wrap up and come back to this main space and conclude our event. So if folks want to join their breakout spaces now, that would be great. Thank you.